is everybody doing? It's TVB. Happy New Year, guys. And this is a perfect time. I'm finally getting around to counting down my picks for the top 9 best movies of 2017. Oh, 2017, what a year it's been, both for movies and practically everything else for me. Oh yeah, 2017 is just like, here I am making you guys this video, and you guys know how top 10s work. Like, this is all just based on my opinion. And from what I've seen, I'm pretty sure there's some movies I'm gonna mention in this video. I could be like, oh, how does that get mentioned? But this other film does it. Again, it's all subjective. Film is subjective. Remember that, guys. All right. So yeah, before we begin the actual list, here are some honorable mentions for Ragnarok. What a great time! It's just the third Thor film, and Chris Hemsworth still nails it every time. And it's just it was just fun. What more can I say? Captain Underpants, the first epic movie, my most anticipated movie of 2017. You guys probably know it for those of you who have watched me for a while now. And just watching that movie was watching my childhood just come to life before my eyes. As a fan of the books, I definitely approve. Lady Bird, not a film I had a chance to review, but it has an excellent performance from Saoirse Ronan. I saw this movie last weekend. And yeah, excellent performances all around from her and Lucas Hedges, and it was a great coming of age movie. So was Spider-Man Homecoming, my next honorable mention. It was the second, 3 MCU films. My God, Disney's taken over the world. But yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming, not just great as a superhero movie, but again, great as a coming-of-age movie as well. Tom Holland nailed it as Spider-Man, and he's going to nail it more in Infinity War and whatever other films he's going to be in, in the previous years. And Vulture is, now one of my favorite Marvel villains of all time. And, of course, Dunkirk. Such a great war thriller from the one and only Christopher Nolan. The guy's a legend, and Dunkirk was just such I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, thanks to his execution, his direction, and of course Hans Zimmer's score. All of those are fantastic films. I feel bad I couldn't include them on the list, but I had to narrow it down to 9. So yeah, without further adu, let's begin. My pick for number 9 movie of 2017 is the Lego Batman movie. This movie was just an hour and a half smile fest. I was watching it, and literally it made me laugh so many times, and I was just, again, the animation was so wonderful, and the character was so cute. I was just how can I not be mad? I'm debating whether this is, actually, I still think the first Lego movie is better than this film, just slightly better, because Lego Batman movie was yeah, it was a great spin-off. And yeah, just it was, I'm really excited to see the future of the Lego movies, because there's gonna be I think Lego Movie 2 is coming out either next year or this year or 28. Actually no, maybe 2019. I'm not entirely certain on that. But yeah, Lego Batman movie, Will Arnett was such a great voice actor for Batman. And yeah, I just love how this film fires so many shots at other superhero films, be it Suicide Squad or the older Batman movies, or BVS. Because as someone who will defend a lot of DC films that come out in recent years, I could not help but just laugh my butt off at so many jokes in this film. So yeah, Lego Batman movie was just a really wonderful time, and definitely it's my pick for best animated movie of the year. I hope it gets at least nominated. Unlike Lego Movie wasn't nominated for best animated film. I was really disappointed about it back in 2014. So hopefully it will. The Oscars are coming soon. Speaking of the Oscars, if my number 8 choices get nominated for at least something, I'm writing a letter to the Academy, because my number 8 choice is Shape of Water. Such a great little fish out of water premise. It's the creature from Black Lagoon meets oh jeez, Creature from Black Lagoon meets King Kong. How beautiful woman falls in love with vicious beast or something like that. You watch The Shape of Water, you see this poor fish man trapped in this facility, held against his will by Michael Shannon, who does an excellent job playing this film's villain. You feel bad for him, and it's so fascinating. It's very hard to talk about Shape of Water without spoiling it. And yeah, I just left so many questions, but for once, I had a lot of unanswered questions to Shape of Water that I was happy about, because this film, again, just leaves you wondering, which is wonderful, because it's great world building, and Del Toro's direction for Shape of Water was fabulous. The guy's just a legend, even though this is the only film from him I've actually seen. And yeah, Sally Hawkins was great as the mute woman who this fish man falls in love with, and Octavia Spencer, she was so funny in this film as Sally Hawkins' best friend. They both work in this facility. But yeah, Shape of Water, if you guys haven't seen it, please do. I've really considered checking it out a second time. Guys, seriously, go check this film out. And my number 7 choice is Baby Driver. Oh, Baby Driver, what a fun film. This film was just a lot of fun. Like Edgar Wright, like this guy, like he again, legendary. Like his direction with this film like had an engaging story, great action scenes, great car stunts, and some good laughs too, and an excellent performance from Ansel Elgort as well as Kevin Spacey, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, and yeah, just and some other cool people. And this film was like the execution was spot on. The soundtrack became a little like the soundtrack in this film. Like his baby has like his headphones. He's always listening to his music as he's driving and doing all these crazy stunts and going on like on car chases and robbing banks and whatnot. Like yeah, the soundtrack is a character of its own. Like actually like became part of the film, and like some soundtracks in some movies were like it's just there so they can make more money by selling CDs associated with this film. But still like Baby Driver was a great time. Like it made me care for someone who is breaking the law and like and you know putting innocent people at risk for his own personal reasons. Like and Baby Driver, I'm so happy this one was actually a financial success. Because like I was worried it'd be this year's The Nice Guys. Like The Nice Guys came out last year. That movie was awesome, but it bombed the box office. You know, they both have similar-ish premises, I would say. But yeah, Baby Driver actually succeeded. I'm really happy about it. I was afraid that someone was gonna bomb because you know it's not a superhero movie, but still, like yeah, Baby Driver was just a fantastic film regardless, and a great way to kick off the summer season. All right, my number 6 choice is Logan. Definitely a film I regret not seeing in theaters, because for those of you who see my 100th movie review, which was for Logan, you probably know that like I decided not to see Logan in theaters because I haven't seen any of the other X-Men films unless you count Deadpool, but like yeah, so I was just like okay, if I just go see Logan, I'm just gonna be hopelessly confused. But no, I found out that Logan is really just more of its own standalone movie. Like you don't like for any of you who have not seen the other X-Men films, like you don't need to know anything about them to enjoy Logan. Just know that Logan, you know, Wolverine, he's this like old timer, and he's like him and Patrick Stewart, who plays Professor X. Like they're coming down the line, you know, because they're both X-Men, and it's just like all these years have gone by, and they're just not in it anymore. And yeah, then he meets Laura, who's played by Daphne Keane, I believe. Yeah, then things get back in. Then they get back into the business. So yeah, Logan was just like the R rating really works in this film. Like the action scenes are beautiful, and like it was such a fittingly grim story for Wolverine. This film was touching. It was emotional. Like it was such a great send off for Hugh Jackman as his career for Wolverine. And I really hope the Disney merging with a Fox works. I really hope the X-Men like become involved with the MCU. I'm just picturing Deadpool like meeting Spider-Man. Oh my god, the memes for that. Alright, anyway. My top 5 is here. My number 5 choice is Wonder. My number 5 choice is Wonder. We got a lot of Wonders in 2017. We got Wonder Woman and Wonder Wheel, the Woody Allen film. Just pick a Wonder, any Wonder. Oh my gosh, this movie was so sweet. Like a Jacob Tremblay as this poor kid with facial deformities. Like, yeah, you watch Wonder and you just want to hug him. Like, this film is such a great film. Like, for Jacob Tremblay as well as Owen Wilson and Julia Roberts. Just, like, everything about this film is just, like, again, hour and a half smile fest. Wonder was just, it was so sweet. It was so heartfelt. Like, you really, like, the relatability for this film, for me at least, was so real. And I think it's one of the more underrated films that came out this fall. Because Wonder is just, like, again, such, like, this film was very like touching. Like this is like the sort of film that I think teachers in like middle school and high school should show their students, because I think this is the sort of film that everybody should see. Like, you know, because there's a great message about tolerating people for their differences. Because, you know, Jacob Tremblay, Augie, or whatever the kid's name is, like he's really just your average kid, just has facial problems, and kids need to like see people not just what they see on the outside, but what like actually go on. Like this film, like as a geek, it had so many geek references, and I was just like, yes, this movie. It's like as if this movie knows me. That's how hard Wonder hit me. And if it didn't hit you on the same level as I did, well, I mean, I can kind of understand why. But still, go see Wonder. All right, my number 4 choice, Get Out. Oh my goodness, like I was just like, oh, Jordan Peele like directing such a well-acclaimed film. Get out of here, like, oh my, Get Out, like was so, like I saw this film a few weeks later after its after its opening weekend, like I was gonna like put this movie off until just to see it on DVD, but I'm really happy I didn't, because this film, like, guys, believe the 99% or whatever like crazy critical acclaim has gone on Rotten Tomatoes, because Get Out is such a great film, both on a horror level and as a comedy level. Like, this film scared the heck out of me, and it also like it made me laugh. Like, Lil Rel Howery in this movie, who's like a supporting character, my goodness, like everything you want in a comedic side character. He was hilarious. He worked well for the story. Yeah, like I can't recall one thing he said didn't have me at least grinning. Like, Get Out also has great social commentary on our whole racial scene in America, which seemingly is like unable to fix, unfortunately. And yeah, like Get Out was just like, it was thrilling. Like, Jordan Peele, like, as much as I think it's a stupid idea to remake Akira, I'm excited. Just for his name alone, I'm excited for the Akira remake that's coming out in a few years. So yeah, Get Out was like, believe the hype, and yeah, this film was just like, it had everything that you hope it has everything you hope it has. Let me just put it that way. All right, my top 3. Yeah, this was like, I've always known my number 1 is, but like my top 5, I had a really hard time, like, shuffling around like who's gonna go where. But my number 3 choice, your time they apart to ranking list. Okay, I'll stop. Yeah, my number 3 choice is Disaster Artist. The Disaster Artist, like, probably was underrated praise that this film like gets. Like, I keep like preaching this, is how like James Franco, both directing and starring this film as Tommy Wiseau, he, like, James Franco, like, he looks like so much, like, the makeup and hairstyling is so like great for him. Like, when I first saw a trailer for Disaster Artist, like, I was convinced it was just Tommy Wiseau playing himself, recounting all of his memories. But no, that's James Franco, both in front and behind the camera. And just like, this is like just that awkward moment where like a movie about a movie is actually better than the movie that it's about. Like, guys, this film was like such a great, like, story about the true story about the making of The Room. And The Room is like, yeah, it's like, you could say it's so bad it's good, but like, Disaster Artist is great because it's great. Like, this one made me laugh. It made me feel like, I felt bad for Tommy Wiseau because like the guy's gotten so much flack over the years, but like, this film did such a great job at humanizing him, and just like how hard it is to like actually make a name for yourself in Hollywood, even though Tommy Wiseau made a name for himself in kind of the wrong ways, if you guys know what I mean. But yeah, like, this, like, Seth Rogen both producing and being in this film as well, like, this film feels like one of Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, because Evan Goldberg produced this film as well. This felt like one of their comedies mixed in with like a biopic that's like supposed to get nominated for a few Oscars. Like, this film did a great job balancing both those out, and I really hope this film gets nominated for some stuff at the Oscars, because Disaster Artist, excuse me, it's just like, it's one of the best like it is the best dramedy I can say of the entire year. Like, James Franco, Dave Franco, Seth Rogen, the whole production of this film was just top notch. And like, again, I really considered watching it a second time. All right, my top 2. I gotta say, this was a really great year for comic book and superhero movies. But I will say, the one that tops them all for me is Wonder Woman. Gal Gadot. I seriously cannot see anyone else playing Diana Prince except Gal Gadot. Like, she nails the performance of this film as Wonder Woman, and like, yeah, she's really sweet. Like, this is a great fish out of water premise where like she goes to the modern world, or modern because it takes place in World War One. But yeah, like, just seeing like all the cuteness and all the funny moments that she has, like when she's in London and places like that, and she works so well with Chris Pine in this. I think that's what his last name is. Forgive me if I'm wrong. But yeah, like, Steve Trevor, like, they work so well together, and she works great. Like, everyone just works so well together with Wonder Woman and Steve Trevor and all the supporting characters. Yeah, the villain could use some work, I will say that much. But like, this film, like, Patty Jenkins, the director of Monster, yeah, she directs the heck out of this film, because the action scenes in Wonder Woman are phenomenal. And yeah, just like start to finish, I was just hooked on Wonder Woman. I saw it twice in theaters. I kind of wish I saw it a third time, in all honesty. And yeah, like, Justice League, yeah, I did like Justice League, but like, I knew it wouldn't like top the same standard that Wonder Woman had for a variety of reasons. Because Wonder Woman, guys, believe all the praise this film gets, and like, and also, even though Marvel has been kicking DC's ass in the last few years, you gotta like one thing that DC definitely can say they have over Marvel now is that they've actually made like a superhero movie with a female lead before Marvel did. Like that's also like bravo DC, like bravo Patty Jenkins, bravo Gal Gadot. Like it was like Wonder Woman, guys, it was just like probably the best film of the summer. And yeah, like DCE really needs to be more like this. All right, my number one pick for best movie of 2017. And I'm pretty sure someone's gonna crucify me in the comments or on the dislike button, but I don't care. I feel like someone's gonna say, "Oh my gosh, you fanboy!" Like, "Oh, why? Yeah, there's some obvious problems with this film that you're not like recognizing. Oh, why? Look, have you seen the divisive ratings?" I don't care. My pick for best movie of 2017 is Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Oh my, The Last Jedi. Again, I know it's very divisive amongst fans. And how like some people say like, oh, the whole Finn and Rose subplot was like, it was so pointless. And yeah, like that was a terrible kiss with Rose and Finn at the end. Well, I got news here, not even Finn seemed to buy it. And I'm speculating some things, just fan theories, like there's a love triangle that's gonna happen at some point, like maybe in the next movie. But guys, Last Jedi, like, not only was this film such a blast to watch, but like, when I saw this film in theaters, like, there's a sense of community that it brought to everyone in the theater, which is glorious. Because I was like, it put me, like, I wasn't wearing, like, a Star Wars shirt. I had a Millennium Falcon shirt somewhere. I think I lost it. Sad face. But, yeah, like, so many people were dressed up, like, and when the opening music kicks in, dun, da, 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 everyone's just like, woo! Like, Star Wars! Like, the magic is there. 4 decades later. That's crazy that A New Hope is turning 40 either 2017 or this year, 2018. And, like, and The Last Jedi, like, great on a visual level. Rian Johnson directed the heck out of this movie again. And yeah, like, he was just, like, the guys just made this film work. Like, with all the, this technical work and just the editing and the sound work and the visuals and the performances. Mark Hamill, the legend himself, Mark Hamill. Like, this probably is the best, like, interpretation of Luke Skywalker I've ever seen. Like, I'm not joking. The guy was like this grumpy old man, but he still got like the heart in him. The Star Wars feels like after all these years, and he's just like his performance was just excellent. And so was Daisy Ridley as Rey. Like, again, she's an icon at this point in cinema. And yeah, like John Boyega as Finn, and Yoda makes an appearance in this film too. Yoda. And Adam Driver as Kylo Ren. I watched Last Jedi a second time last night, and like Kylo Ren is like has to be like in my top 5 like favorite movie villains of all time now. Like, he's just like so conflicted, and like I don't know what to think of him, but like actually no, I do. The guy's like an evil badass, but like he's just so like I just at this like all these moments, like you just gotta see Last Jedi and what I'm talking about. And also Snoke, like Andy Serkis, of course, and like there was just so many moments throughout The Last Jedi. Like, again, when I saw this in the theater, like people were cheering at the very beginning and people were cheering when the credits rolled, and also people were just cheering throughout the film. Like, there's a lot of like really awesome moments that just had people going, yeah, that's Star Wars right there. And just the film was funny. It was gripping. It was intense. It was a great dedication to Carrie Fisher. May she rest in peace. And yeah, and I very confidently can say that it is my pick for best movie of 2017. And hate me all you want, any of you guys who are gonna tell me stuff like that. I don't care. It's my list. And yeah, The Last Jedi, like really, like the end of 2017 just wouldn't have been the same without it. That's it. My picks are top 9 best movies of 2017. And yeah, expect my pick for top 9 worst movies of 2017 to come tomorrow as well. Or heck, maybe even tonight. Alright, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, what films are you guys excited for 2018? Like, I've considered making a video for like my top 9 most anticipated movies of 2017. Let me know in the comments down below if I should do that or not, like, or what was your favorite movie of 2017, or what great films have I missed this year. Yeah, whatever it may be, just let me know in the comments and give this video a rating where you feel like it deserves. Subscribe if you're new to this channel, please. And yeah, my name's TV9. Have a nice night.